Hi, I'm Ellie Kemper, and this is my hometown. I'm welcoming you today from a national monument on the St. Louis riverfront that you'll all recognize, the Arch. St. Louis is where America's two biggest rivers, the Mississippi and the Missouri, meet. And when America was young, nothing could have been more important. While the Arch and I are standing here on the banks of the Mississippi, the Arch actually commemorates something that happened on the Missouri River, where Lewis and Clark did something, well, monumental. Just 10 miles north of St. Louis, where these two rivers meet, Lewis and Clark followed the Missouri River all the way to the Pacific Ocean. Their journey was more than 200 years ago, and it's just one of the fascinating stories that can be told as we head west from St. Louis on the last 100 miles of the Missouri. These are true stories of wilderness becoming civilization, immigration, war, celebration, and conservation. It's more than stories about the backyard of St. Louis. It's the story of America. Let's go exploring.
The Missouri is the longest river in the country, winding down from its source in the Rocky Mountains of Montana all the way to its confluence with the Mississippi River near St. Louis. Although it flows for over 2,500 miles, some of its most captivating stories took place in the forests, farms, and towns that stand watch over the last 100 miles of its journey through the Missouri River Valley.
I love mythic stories and mythical qualities and big statements and heroic figures. I was born in Missouri, went to school in New Mexico, and then on to California, and then came back to this area and rediscovered the beauty of the landscape. I'd love to introduce figures into those landscapes, and to do that you need a story to tell.
Working with authors Dan and Connie Burkhart, Brian produced illustrations for their children's book, Growing Up with the River, filled with stories that follow 9 generations as they experience the events and changes that shaped not only the towns of the Missouri River Valley, but the country as a whole. The adventures of Lewis and Clark, immigration that shaped the nation, the arrival of steamboats and railroads, and the heartbreak of war, and devastating natural, economic, and environmental disasters that prompted triumphs of human innovation. The oldest living witness to many of these stories are the massive bur oak trees that thrive in the rich bottom lands, some of them having stood through more than 300 years of discovery, settlement, development, and conservation efforts.
Curiosity in the young people, that's what it's really all about. Hopefully they'll want to explore, get out into nature, and even though it's a book for kids, I think we adults also get something out of it. I hope I've contributed to that through the poetry of the pieces and the lyricism. Try to tell people what a jewel we have, what a treasure we have right in our backyard.